Baltimore has a population of 670,000, the same as Leeds. But while Leeds has 6 fire stations, Baltimore has 46. The city's residents rely heavily on the 911 emergency system. Half of them call it every year. Alongside the upmarket shopping malls and chic restaurants, there's widespread drug-related crime, desperately poor housing, and a high incidence of arson. Almost half of the city's investigated fires are suspicious. The men and women of the city's fire department are constantly on the go. Their fire, rescue and medic squads are the busiest in the world. This is a story of their frontline activities on the streets of fire.
We can be sitting in the kitchen eating dinner, and 30 seconds later we can be riding up the street, see smoke in the air. You know that you're going to have a working fire somewhere when you get there.
When you get a call, it's not too bad, but when you see the smoke, that's when your adrenaline gets going.
Then you get really pumped up, you know, it's like, we got one, we got one, we got one. And it's an adrenaline rush. It's like the feeling before a football game or something like that.
Engine 13 is known throughout the city to be the busiest and the best in the whole city. We have a good crew. Everybody gets along well. It's like a brotherhood here.
Here we go.
Being a rookie, I'm still thinking about everything I got to do. You know, all my clothes on tight, you know, I mean, that kind of stuff. With those guys who've been in for 10, 20 years, it's second nature. You know, I mean, they still get the adrenaline rush, but probably not as much as it is with me, because it's still all new to me. I pull up and see a fire, and I'm like, wow.
I love the job. I love the excitement. The danger is always there in the back of my mind as a caution, but if I start to dwell too much on the danger, I really don't think I could do the job. We will pull up to a row of houses. The worst scenario are vacant houses where the windows are all boarded up. These fires are particularly hard to fight because the companies almost have to try to cut the fire off in the roof line before it extends possibly for the entire block.
There are over 11,000 vacant houses in Baltimore, and many of them are used by drug dealers and users.
In Baltimore City, there are about 50% of the fires that we investigate, that we go out on, are intentionally set. Our job is to go out and determine the origin of fire, that is, where the fire started, the exact location of it, and the cause.
Hey, Cat! I need a seal over a house.
I know it's gone down 2 buildings already. Just try to stop it from getting any further down the block, all right? Do what you can in this building here. Get it open.
You got a truck man with a hook? These bills got a hook.
Billy, Bill, when you get up there, get the seal and hook it as quick as you can, all right?
Right there, here. They got a line in the back.
I got a line in here. It's got fire in that area right there.
Hand the line down here. Come on down the ladder and hand me the line.
The only resident still living in this street, Kim Thomas, is reluctant to leave.
Tell me where I can't go at. That's not right. I live there. Why would you do that?
Bring the line down here and stop it before it spreads down the block. It's spread already down to this building. Try to get the roof open up there too. Further down. Oh my goodness.
The last fire that started from a kid was up this end. But usually when the fire starts down here, it's a drug user that runs in. They pull cars up from, they don't even live around this area. They come from down this end, come up here, and they go in one of these houses or this one on the corner, and they shoot up. Monday, I came out the block Monday morning. They was in this yard right here with needles in their arm, and I'm sick of it. I have children myself, even though they are grown, but I have children myself.
Okay.
But I don't want to see this, and I don't want to deal with this. I'm sick of this. Every other day, or if it ain't happening on a Monday or Tuesday, it's on a Friday or a Saturday. Our fire's in this block.
Well, we'll
I'm
try,
just sick of it.
but without, anybody saying, hey, I saw who was in the building or anything, it's tough to find out, who's in the building. Especially if it's a lot of transient people moving in and out and it's not the same people.
Yeah, but I'm the only one that lives in this block. I'm the only one.
Okay. Right about there, yeah.
I get a lot of satisfaction if I'm in the pipe when I go in there.
Up around that skylight, bud.
I got the lieutenant right behind me and telling me what to do, and I'll put it out. It's just me and the fire, and it's like I'll put the whole thing out. And afterwards, it's like you look around and see everything's burnt. It's like, wow, it was neat.
We try to get there as quick as we can. You get there early enough in the early stages of fire, you can rely on your own eyes and senses as to what's happening and what happened. A lot of times we go into the fire while it's still burning. We look from the areas of least burning to the areas of most burning. And this will generally lead us to the point of origin.
There are 60,000 fires in the city each year. Suspected arsons are investigated by a dedicated team of 8 officers.
Okay, basically we know it started in here, but we're going to wait till they get done putting out the rest of this, and then we'll clean up the floor and take a look and see what was burnt. As you can tell, this house had a lot of debris in it. From being vacant, people just piled trash in here. You might have had drug addicts here, maybe homeless living here. And in this particular block, if I'm not mistaken, this is the 3rd fire we've had in the last 2 weeks. Many times we'll get with the V pattern. The fire will burn up this way and this way. Now looking at this thing here, the way this thing is coning down from here and coning down from here. Sometimes flammable liquids show that. Now, as we look in this second room, which was the bathroom, we can see that it looks like it was a second point of ignition in this place. There were two fires set. That fire did not take off like the one in the other room did. That one looks like it was minor in nature.
There's some more burns.
Just straight, even with the toilet, Dave, because I want to see that burn pattern on that back wall.
Let me get that for a minute.
Yeah. You have to take everything into consideration. If you had a fire in this block and it was the first fire and there's drug needles laying around, it's possible that people were in there doing their drug, whatever, cooking their drugs or smoking their drugs and accidentally set it. But when you get a series of fires, which we've had in this block, and you get 2 separate points of origin in here, then you know that the fire was set. It's not a matter of, one person accidentally dropping a cigarette, because what do? Accidentally drop it here and walk in the other room and drop it in there too?
It's an adventure. everybody wants to come to 13. 13 is the big one because it's always the busiest year in, year out, and we get a lot of fire. And all of us are young, and we're all go-getters, and it's a good shift here.
There are 60 fire appliances serving the streets of Baltimore, but one of them is unique. It's called Rescue One, and it specializes in freeing trapped people.
Rescue One, well, it's different. I mean, when you think of firefighting, you don't think of rescue. You think of ladder companies, engine companies with hose. But rescue work it's a little different. We work as a team. You run in different situations and you rely on each other. Not one person has the right idea all the time, and we put our heads together and try and solve the problem.
Oh, it's a cop car. Get all the tools. Hold a minute.
Police officer Todd Haslip was on his way to help a colleague who was under attack.
Here, get the other tool. All right, you take over. I want the roof off. Where's Dave at? Tell you, like I said, we're gonna take this roof off. We'll lay that seat back. Take your time. No, it ain't done. Give me a seatbelt cutter. Danny, cut that other seatbelt on the other side. We'll be ready to roll. Hey, Bez. Yeah, watch it. Go ahead. Yeah, go. Hey, Cap. We're gonna roll this roof in a minute. All right. Have you out in a minute, babe. How you doing, Bez?
Okay.
All right. What do you got? One more cut, Dave?
We're through over here.
Okay. Okay, you can take that sheet off his head. How you doing, Bez?
Are we going forward?
Yeah, we're going forward with this. All right, let's go. Roll it over. All right. Okay. Dave, get a cutter in here. Want to cut this seat and want to lay it back. Hey, buddy, what's your name?
Todd, my leg, I can't move my leg.
I know.
I can't move this one at all.
I know.
Take care
Hey,
of
you're going to be
that.
all right.
I know it's there.
That's why we're going through all this extra precaution. You're going to be fine, okay?
Watch your back.
Just hang in there with us. We'll have you out here in a minute.
I can't move, man.
Just stay still.
He's moving me. Like up in your hand.
I know it hurts, buddy. All right, let's put a steady pressure on this and bend it back. All right, get that. Okay, get that backboard under him. I got his neck. Okay, Danny, talk to me.
Okay, there's one.
I know, brother. Hey, Dan.
Get the board up a little bit.
Take it up.
He's gonna be laying on all this shit when we get him on the board.
Why don't we cut his belt off, Danny?
It only takes holding. I got the board.
You know what you're doing there?
Yeah.
Okay, just take your time, do it. Okay, officer.
Take those trauma shears, cut that belt.
All right, bend that seat a little bit more, if you can. Just put steady pressure. All right. I wish we could get it further.
That's all right, it's good enough.
Okay. All right.
That's all fucked up, just be as gentle as you can.
All right, let's go. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Tilt that board up.
Lay the board,
Get the board up.
Pivot it.
Slide him back.
One more time.
Okay.
You got it.
We're in good shape.
Okay, here we go. We're in.
All right.
Can you lay this leg flat?
Let's take our
Got a
time.
blanket or a pillow or anything?
I got the leg, Danny, if you want to do what you want to do. Get some, support it.
Yeah,
Okay, let's get another one under there.
that's whatever we got.
Yeah,
Now that's
okay.
why I let you guys call them shots.
Well, you know, we work hand in glove on this, Dan.
Exactly.
Hey, Baz, hop off the trunk. We'll slide him back to you. Yeah, just this one right
I got
here.
propped up.
Right in here.
It's supported.
Take your time.
You got it.
You got him.
And there was a taxi cab, he was trying to make the right turn, I was trying to make the left, and as I was making this left turn, this part, I don't know where the police car come from. He hit me, and he hit that pole.
Our main concern is for that officer. He said the car secondary here. Fairly good crash though. I can't see what he hit. It looks bad, but it was a minor accident.
Rescue One is it's a strange company because you never know what you're going to get.
Get the jaws or take the trunk open up so they can get in there and get the stuff out.
Biz got it.
We get a lot of elevator calls. In fact, I'm thinking about changing my name to Otis because we do get a ton of them. Just a lot of off-the-wall things that you would get. I mean, we've had people fall off toilet seats and get wedged between the tub and the toilet, and you have to go in and take it apart to get them out. So you never know what you're going to run across. And some sad things and some quite humorous.
Hey, officer, was he playing the back nine or the front nine? He forgot the Howard 4.
I don't even want to know how they got in there.
Hey, officer, we're gonna throw that roof back on here too, okay? Another satisfied customer.
A few blocks from downtown Baltimore is Old Town Fire Station. It's the base for the world's busiest ambulance, Medic 7.
Medic 7, respond 501 McElderry Court for an obstetrics patient. Medic 7, respond 501 McElderry Court, an obstetrics patient. Incident 1502, acknowledge Medic 7, 1620.
Slip here.
This is kind of like a shorter version of a nurse. We call ourselves road doctors. You have your days when you have to be a social worker, a drug counselor, a mother, a father, just a guidance counselor, anything.
The thing that I really like most about this job is never the same. Even though people say, well, oh, you're a paramedic, you see it all every day, each individual case is different from the other. It's just a broad job, you do a whole lot. It's not limited.
He just said she's sick. All right, I'll be up.
A woman is bleeding in a bathroom.
Kind of tight coming in. She's in the bathroom. And make sure she's decent. She's not decent. Oh, okay. How far gone are you? 6 months.
So she complained of hemorrhaging?
Yeah.
Okay.
So how long ago did you start hemorrhaging, bleeding?
This morning.
This morning? By what time? 8, 9, 7?
9 or 10.
9 or 10. You taking medicines for anything? Okay, you allergic to any medicines? Ampicillin. All right. I'm trying to get some.
She is carried.
Can you get something loose for her to slip on? She need.
Does she have?
No, she have like some.
No, like a
sweatpants. Do you have sweatpants?
Or something long, a robe, anything.
Well, find me something old, Joe.
Hey, we don't want you to fall off the bed.
Don't look in none of my drawers. You know I wear that stuff in the drawers. Give me anything in that room.
Let's go. Come on, put that
All right,
on.
I get her
Put that
here. You
on.
take the baby.
Come on, show her. Come on.
Here you go.
Oh, he's sweet. Sit all the way back.
For us, teamwork is very important. And we get along fairly well. And it's good to have a good working relationship with your partner. So even if you don't like them that much, you still need to learn to like to work with them. You have that bond, I guess you can say that.
It's easy if you do like each other, and it's easy if you do get along with one another. I have to rely upon her to do things that I can't do.
The better we do with working together, the quicker we can get someone to the hospital, the quicker we can save their lives.
Once you're performing your duty, you don't really have a chance to get emotional until afterwards you think about it. Right then and there in the moment, the only thing that you're thinking about is what you can do best for this patient. Is more of a challenge than anything. It has been times where certain calls have stuck with me, and I've actually cried on a couple, but it goes away after a while.
We get a great number of calls that people don't understand what the problem is. They've called their landlord, they can't get anything from the landlord. Their last resort is to always call the fire department. If they're having trouble with their stove, with some of their plumbing, if their roof's leaking, they call for us.
Turn out.
We're the last resort. When people can't get help anywhere else, they'll call the fire department because they know no matter what, that somebody will come and at least attempt to solve the problem for them.
What is it? Electric. What is it? Electric outlet. Electric? Oh, okay.
I thought you had a water leak this morning.
It did. It wasn't like that this morning. And now it's done burned through. It looked like it's done burned through the ceiling.
You don't have to have a ladder, do you?
I do, right there.
Do you? Great.
I'll see on hook.
In the box.
Well,
No, I can use a screwdriver and just, you're gonna have to turn the power
the
off.
ladder first, then we'll take a look.
How's it go to?
See where it looks like it burnt down through?
I can't imagine what we go to.
Just, no, it's just running through this, it's just running up through the ceiling, that's all. I'm just gonna, said there was water leaking down through it. Jump up there and see what's up there. Here, take it.
Kenny,
You wanna shut the power off?
Sit half of it in the bathroom, bathtub.
You want to hit the power off?
Well, let's see what it looks like up there
It
first.
got, in case you have to poke around the drywall.
Yeah, it's burnt. It is a wire?
What is that?
No, it looks like a mushroom or something.
A what?
Yeah. See it? It's a plant or something.
Look at that. You have plant life in your ceiling.
You got a plant growing.
Is that what that is? Not
Here it comes.
Down.
It looked like
It's
a
a
wire.
mushroom.
Yep, exactly what it is.
No.
No, it's a
just
mushroom.
the water leak caused the separation in the paint, and it just the mushroom was growing above the ceiling, and it just happened in the right spot where the crack developed that the mushroom fell through. But that's all it was.
Okay.
Okay.
I said it wasn't an emergency. I just
That's all right.
I've never had a mushroom.
No vegetation in the ceiling.
Audrey.
Yes. What are you doing down on this side of town? You're usually not on this side. You're usually this side.
Which hospital did you just come out of, Robert? Mercy. University? All right. They're going to love to see you again.
I'm gonna put the block. I need to get under your arm so I can help you stand up. You gotta stand up. That's the only way you're gonna get on the stretcher.
There you go. Just now. When's the last time you had a drink, Robert?
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yesterday.
Can you give me the blanket?
Yeah, I'm going to take it with you. Wait a minute. Put your feet
Down a
down.
little bit more.
Put your feet down. Put your feet down. Put your feet down.
Oh, it hurts. Can you put the blanket
Okay.
on?
How old are you now? 53?
I'll be 64 this
64.
June the 21st.
What'd you go in the hospital for earlier today? For?
Drinking?
Drinking? So you haven't had anything to drink today?
No, ma'am. Oh. Oh. Oh, God.
All right.
4 miles away, Rescue 1 is on call again, this time to release a man trapped under a car. The man and his wife had been in an argument, and she ran him over. Both he and the car rolled down an embankment. Bob Wagner is in charge.
I got one ring out, and that's done it.
I guess we all pray. If it's going to happen, let it happen on our shift. If there was a rescue, we want to handle it.
Right. Just use that. Just use the hole as a ring. Okay.
Dave, this is going to be tight. Okay?
Okay, Tim.
I know that sounds strange, but it's in our blood like that.
You want to check his back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Deep breath again.
He's complaining mid-sternal.
One more.
Thank you.
We do have a lot of competition between the shifts. We want to outdo the other shifts and vice versa. So that's good. You need that competition.
Okay, ready?
Okay, go ahead.
Keep holding traction on this thing.
Let's grab the... Put it right here.
Was he in the car, Bob? Or
No.
No.
He was
Do the walker.
Okay.
Paramedic move.
Police officers told the woman she would be charged with attempted murder, and she collapsed.
She's okay, Stephen. She's okay.
6-year-old Stephen was in the car with his mother.
Hold on, just keep traction on his head.
Okay, Steve.
I got belt.
I'm going to hold him right here like this.
Push up.
Go ahead. Do whatever you got to do. Right here. Right here. That's where his block.
Give her a little kiss.
I go with her.
Give your mom a little kiss.
I go with her. I go with her.
Come here, look. Come here, buddy.
No.
Come here. Listen, look.
See, she okay? She's just resting, Steve. There you go, buddy.
I think when children are involved, it really is an emotional situation for all of us. Go all out for little kids. Not that you don't for adults, but children, just haven't had a chance at life. And it's always tough when you have a child involved in an accident. A lot of times, if you talk to them in a calm manner, you can reassure them that everything's going to be okay. And they need that because it's a traumatic situation there.
You want to lift her right on the litter and strap her in?
Body from the ambulance.
Ambulance.
Where?
Guilford 23rd Street.
What's wrong?
You just got shot.
Okay, we got somebody there.
Okay.
7, Medic 7. Medic 7. 7, change your response for a shooting, Guilford and 22nd Street. Medic 7, you change your response to Guilford and 22nd Street for the shooting. Incident number 9001. Your company will be dispatched.
Go to the 2200 block of Guilford. Shit, I can't even get the fucking glove on.
Medic 13, Medic 13.
At times, the job can be dangerous because you don't know what you're coming up against. Generations are getting younger and younger. You have 13, 14-year-olds stabbing, shooting each other. So definitely the streets are getting more dangerous.
People are not as friendly as they used to be. There's definitely more guns, along with a different type of ammunition. They shooting with bigger guns. It's just a different type of mentality. Once we arrive on the scene of an incident, if it's a shooting, we definitely need to know if it's a safe scene before you go into the scene. We try to have police on the scene. If there aren't, then we'll try to back off. I've been caught up in an instance where the shooter was still there and they threaten us because they don't want their person that they shot to be treated. So we definitely have to make sure the scene is safe, and then we treat the patient the best we can and get out of there. How old are you? 15. Okay, come on, baby.
Go get me a board, please.
Yeah, because he got shot right in the middle.
Dennis
Rogers. R-O-G-E-R-S?
Yes.
Where you live at, Dennis? Where you live? What's the address? We're gonna lay you on your back, okay? I got you. Lay the board flat. Slide it back. Perfect. Put your hands on your belts. I'm fine.
I got you. Keep that on.
Dennis was one of 6 shooting victims in the city today.
Any patient that's shot is considered serious because we don't know whether the bullet traveled up, down, or whether it even come out.
If the patient is more critical, we do a rapid assessment, number 1, and then we turn around and do a full assessment inside the ambulance while we're en route to the hospital along with treatment. We have to remove all the clothing to actually count how many bullet holes where, see if there are any entrance and exit wounds.
Sometimes you have to take your hand and swipe underneath the patient. Maybe if you come out with some blood, there might be a wound there. That could be a gunshot wound somewhere you don't see. You want to give them fluids because most of the time if they aren't bleeding outside, they're bleeding inside.
We're gonna give you some of this, okay? That's the best we can do, okay? Okay, you're gonna be okay.
First time I got shot.
Huh?
First time I got shot.
Do you remember what kind of gun it was?
You lay down, I got this.
You don't know what kind of gun it was?
Ouch, ouch.
I know. Always,
All right, then.
we gotta take this off too, okay?
You lay flat.
Hold on for a minute, hey. 1 second.
One second only.
His cousin shot him by mistake.
I know. I need to get his name. What's his name?
Dennis Rogers.
Hopkins, this
Where
is
is it?
City
That's your
7.
name. Where's
Be
his cousin shot
advised,
him? Right, he's
we
Dennis
are
Rogers.
on
What's your cousin's
location
name?
with a
Harvey Rogers.
15-year-old
Harvey?
black male,
Rogers.
approximately
Rogers?
75
live?
kilos. Patient's chief
202
complaint,
Don't forget.
he has a
202
gunshot
Lafayette?
wound
Yes.
to the groin
All right,
area.
he shot you, right?
Yes, but he
All
got
right. Shot both of them. Okay, all right. He lives at 202 East Lafayette.
That would be the left groin area.
You the grandmom, the mother?
Yes, I'm his grandmother biological, but I adopted him legally.
Are we ready?
Yeah, go ahead. Wait a minute. Yeah, go ahead. Be advised, the only history that the patient has is that of scoliosis. He has no loss of consciousness. He's complaining of pain to his left rear back area, the kidney area. Is that your mom? Your grandmom? She's up the front, okay?
The bumps is hurt.
Be advised, he does have pulses, good capillary refill, and he is able to move all extremities. Do you copy?
The bumps hurt my stomach. The bumps hurt my stomach.
There's no way around it. Hopkins, can you repeat your last transmission?
Whoa, look at that food.
Oh my God. His abdomen is nice and soft. It's within normal limits. It's not hard or anything.
This is crazy as he wanna be. He heard you coming.
He heard us coming. He had to see us. He heard us coming.
Yeah.
That should have been good enough.
However, you can get comfortable, it's fine, but you cannot come off the stretcher, okay? So scoot back down some. That's you twisting all around, okay? So you can't move but so much because we're trying to go to the hospital. You don't have on that belt, which you need on, but I'll let you take that off, okay? So you can be comfortable. Yeah, why don't you lay on the side that's not shot? There you go.
The ride to the hospital is like keeping the patient calm, letting them know that they're doing good, they're breathing fine. You're coming along, you are shot, but take a deep breath if you feel pain this way or that way. Just trying to keep the patient with you. If you feel like they're going off, call their name a couple of times, stay with me. You're en route to the hospital. You gotta kind of let the patient know what's going on.
So your cousin made a mistake and shot you?
Yes.
Okay. So it was his gun, he was trying to shoot somebody else?
Yeah.
And aimed it at you by mistake?
Yeah, he was swinging it around.
Oh, he was swinging it around. Oh, make sure you tell the police that, okay? Because guns are nothing to play with. Now you kind of understand that theory, right?
No.
Yeah. It's no joke.
I can't breathe. My stomach, I can't breathe.
You can't breathe?
No.
What I want you to do is breathe through your nose. Breathe in. Listen to me. Listen to me. We have something to make you breathe a lot easier. Breathe in through your nose. That burning in your nose is the oxygen we were telling you about. That's good for you. It just feels crazy because you're going backwards. You're not used to laying on this type of bed, okay? We're here now, okay? Can you please lay on your back? Just relax.
Oh, I can't.
I know it hurts. It burns a whole lot.
It burns through it.
You all right there, Dad? Here's your grandmom, okay? Want to say bye to your grandmom before you go to the back?
Yes.
Okay, talk to your grandson before we take him back, man.
Listen, turn around. I'm on the phone.
Here you are, honey.
It's me, okay? Just take care. What grandma told you. You hold on to God.
That's right. Hello.
Make sure my parents come in and see me when I'm there.
I got everything.
Everybody goes.
Got multiple calls for a building fire on North Avenue.
Even though it is generally our job to try to gain access, get in as close to the seat of the fire as we can and extinguish it as quickly as we can, sometimes that's just not possible. There are times when the fire has gained too much headway. In these cases, we're forced to do what we call a defensive mode, where we basically are trying to contain the fire and prevent it from extending to any other buildings in the area.
Usually in most of the fires, you get there confined to one room, but then they'll spread to another one. But when they got here, the fire had completely consumed the entire second floor, as if something was used to accelerate the fire. Now, in order for that fire to spread, it would have to go through the doorway, down a hallway, into another room, and so forth as you go to the front of the building. But this had the fire coming out of every window, every room on that second floor. And the time of the fire, it's at 7:30 in the morning, which is basically rush hour traffic, people going to work. It's on a major thoroughfare. North, south, east, west, people coming into the city and traveling across the city. If it had been a smaller fire and started slow and been smoldering, smoke would have been seen. More than likely, somebody would have called. You have a telephone booth right in front of the building. If somebody would have saw it, all they have to do is pick it up, dial 911, and they get in touch with the operator. The way it sounds, everything happened all at once, which means it had to be an incendiary. Potentially so.
Move to your right some more. To your right, that's it, right in there, that looks good. There you go, you're getting it. Okay, keep pouring it in there, a little higher if you can. That's it.
If you look at that steel lintel on the right side of the building, that's the only thing holding that wall up right now, and there's very few bricks under it. It's very possible that front wall is going to come down.
Okay, it looks like a wall's come there. Shut it down, it's back up.
Well, now I'm going to get something to drink. Gentlemen, are you ready to get something to drink? Now, as we go up, we'll see if we can get a better view from the top to get some burn pattern somewhere, see how it's burnt. Looking at the building next door, if you look, you still have some plaster on the walls on the front. So that didn't burn away completely. It looks like the fire started somewhere on that second floor near the rear of this building and jumped into the other building. The problem we have right now is that we have a 3-story building and it's all sitting on the first floor. So when a roof came in, the wall from the second building fell on top of it, so we even have debris from the second building covering our roof and point of origin area. A building like this too, you don't want to risk firefighters' lives. On a vacant building that's in bad constructional condition, with heavy fire conditions, you don't want to put men in the building or you're going to get them killed. If the men were inside the building would have fallen on them. So we consider ourselves lucky.
Kim Thomas's house was so badly damaged in the fire, she was rehoused by the city. Todd Haslip, the trapped policeman, has undergone 3 leg operations. Doctors believe he may never be able to return to patrol work. The woman who miscarried is now well and back at home. The wife who ran over her husband was charged with attempted first-degree murder and is now awaiting trial. Teenager Dennis Rogers left the hospital after 3 weeks and several operations. He's made a full recovery.